Good evening and welcome to Fast Lane, the show where we look at the best in local track and field. I am Chanel Alsheran and I will be in your company for the next 30 minutes as we look at some of the performances of our young athletes who just concluded the Carifta Games in the Cayman Islands. Additionally, we get up close and personal with Akilah Lewis and Shaniqua Bascombe to find out more on how they coped with track and school. So don't go anywhere. All this and more after the break. Welcome back. The youth are the future stars, and these young athletes recently showcased their talents at the 2019 Carifta Youth Games in the Cayman Islands, where they secured 25 medals, 5 of which were gold, 7 silver, and 12 bronze. Here's a look at some selected from the meet. We begin with the under-17 women's 100 meter and the 200 meter finals. Ian Wayson has the call.
In the under-17 women's 100 meter final, Anthea Charlton from the Bahamas led from the start in lane 5. TNT's Shaniqua Bascombe gave her a chase from lane 3, but Charlton held on to claim gold. Akilah Lewis from St. Vincent got third. But in the 200 meters, there was no stopping Shaniqua Bascombe as she took the bend with ease, leading the girls coming into the straight. And once they got on the straight, it was no catching Bascombe as she pulled away comfortably winning the gold, with Brianna Liston of Jamaica second and Yolanda Lewis getting her second bronze in third.
Well, we say congratulations to Shaniqua Bascombe. We will hear more from her later on in the show. Sticking with the young ladies, Akilah Lewis also made a good impression at the meet. Ian Wayson has the details on the 100 and 200 meters under 20 finals.
In the 200 meters, Jamaica's Brianna Williams devastated the 100 meters in a time of 11.25, breaking her own 11.27 from last year. TNT's Akilah Lewis got silver in 11.62 and Kimber Nelson of Jamaica got bronze in 11.68. But in the 200 meters, Brianna Williams did it again, devastating and setting a new record in a time of 22.89 as she claimed another gold. The 200 meters was actually easier than a 100. Joanne Reid, also from Jamaica, was a distant second, and Beyonce de Freitas of the British Virgin Islands was third.
Akilah Lewis will be joining the U.S. college circuit next season. We wish her all the best. The young men also made an impression at the Carifta Games. They too excelled at the sprints. We now look at some highlights of the 100 and 400 meter under 17 finals, as well as the under 20 male 100 meter finals. While taking a look now at the final medal count. Well, up next, a chance to meet some of our stars. Shaniqua Bascombe secured 2 medals at the Carifta Games, but the 15-year-old St. James secondary student has big plans in 2019. The 2019 Carifta Games 200-meter champion wants to give it her all in the senior national champs this year.
Shaniqua Bascombe is aiming for the stars. The speedy 15-year-old, who is a Carifta under-17 girls 200-meter champion, is doing what it takes to achieve her goals. The Form 3 student of St. James Secondary is making the sacrifice to be the best.
Well, it kind of hard balancing school and track and field at the same time, because right now we have NCSE going on and we have to study because we have 18 subjects to do in the space of 3 weeks, and that is real hard to come from school to training, then to repeat it over and over every single day until you get the hang of it. From 5 o'clock in the morning till after 7, 8 o'clock in the night. And going about that day is going to school, doing the teacher's work, not sleeping in class, trying to avoid all negativity, and trying to stay focused in school. And then to come training and train hard, do my workouts, then go home, have a nice dinner and go and sleep daily.
She is getting support from teachers and friends, especially when she is out representing the country and is forced to miss a class or 2.
Yeah, they are supporting me in many different ways. In school, they help me with more schoolwork. They asking if I need any extra help. If I need anything, just come on, call them. My Carifta experience was very great. It was, not very great, it was excellent.
Already dominating the under-17 age group, she is already setting her sights in the seniors this year. While she is not aiming to win, she is at least looking to beat someone.
Yeah, 1 goal.
What is that?
Just to beat Simone Hackett. They won. I don't know, I find she just a little too aggressive in the 200, and I like to run back on people and make them look a little small.
The Carifta under-17 100 meters silver medalist credits her coach and her club for her success thus far.
My club has helped me a lot because I started from since I was 6, from all the way to 15. It helped me a lot because training hard and all the shouting and doing the correct things, and yeah. Well, he comes like a father to me because he helped me from since I was small, like real small. He told me that I have a talent, a great talent, so cherish it. And he told me that if I don't do the correct thing, I will not reach fine life. So I'm trying to do the correct thing right now so I can reach fine life.
She leaves with this advice to young athletes who want to be successful.
I will tell them to stay focused, do the correct thing, and be determined in everything that you want to do.
When we return, we meet the Carifta under-20 women's 100-meter silver medalists. Akilah Lewis is enjoying her final year as a junior. Despite not getting the fast times early in the season, the sixth form student is looking forward to her college year in September. But before then, she hopes her plans for 2019 come through.
Well, I think my season so far has been going good. Not according to plan. I'm not on any times that I'm expecting. I expected myself to run earlier this season, but I'm just trusting in God, trusting in coaches, and I know that I'll get the chance that I need when I need to get it. Well, last year the Carifta Games I ran 11.51, and that gave me a bronze medal. So I was expecting to run probably 11.4, 11.3, but I didn't. I ran 11.6 and I came out with the silver. So I'm so grateful for the silver medal, but the time was not what I wanted. Well, the main goal is to qualify for any of the regional international junior meets. So the next meet that I have coming up to qualify for is the Pan Am Junior Games, and I just want to run a PB, I guess 11.3, get down to the 23 points in the 200 meters as well. So I know that should guarantee me some spots in finals and possibly more medals. Of course, the goal is always to come out in the top 2 or first place. But I think going into the senior champs as my last year as a junior, I'm just going in to focus on executing my best possible race, and if that could allow me to qualify for possibly the relay team to the World Championships, I'll be very pleased with that. Well, I think the Carifta Games was very successful because I came second in the 100 meters. I made the finals of the 200 meters with a personal best in heat, even though I didn't medal in the 200 meters. I know that I ran my personal best, so that was my best 200 meters. So I'm very pleased with my performance at the Carifta Games alongside with my teammates on the national team. I'll be going to the University of Minnesota come August, September there. So I'm looking forward to that new experience in the NCAAs. Well, yes, most likely I like to study possibly accounting or management or finance.
So nothing like
along the business.
Nothing like sports management and sports, distance sports that a lot of athletes tend to study.
Nah, I feel like that field is very crowded, and I just for me, I like a challenge, and from what I've heard, is not as challenging as some of the other courses that they offer in university. So I prefer to do something that I actually enjoy more, like accounting or business management.
Well, this brings us to the end of our show this week. Join us again for another Fast Lane as we bring you the best in Trinidad and Tobago's track and field. Have a great week.